Comes up with Admiral Robinson, and Fleecing is out. 11.56. She wouldn't go into the gates. Number 8 Fleecing is out at 11.56. Vet's advice. Well, yes. Well, she just wouldn't go in, so officially termed as Vet's advice. Anyway, that's the end of Fleecing. They're all set, ready to run. First of 8. They're off this time, and they jumped in a good line to Dammer Win at the end of 100 metres. Just the leader from Thunder Time. Dervish going up looking for the front spot, and will get it nice and handy as Radiance of Apollo improving her posse now, followed by Admiral Robinson, and a good margin off. Second last in the field, Kalasi, and Baby Burn is last of all. It's Dervish the leader at the 700, about 3/4 to a half length on Radiance of Apollo, a length the Thunder Time on the inside of Dammer Win, 2 to Admiral Robinson, about 3/4 Kalasi, and a length the Baby Burn, and Fleecing a late scratching along to the 600 in the first here at the Gardens. Not a lot of pace on, and Dervish shows the way. It's about 3/4 to a length on Radiance of Apollo, Thunder Time third, Dammer Winner's wide fourth, and Admiral Robinson being niggled at now from Kalasi, and Baby Burn. Dervish in front as they set sail for the judge, but Radiance of Apollo is about to pounce, and quickly Darren Beedman drives Radiance of Apollo to the lead. A length and a half on Dammer Win, and nothing else a chance. The Denham horses will battle this out down to the 100 metres. Radiance of Apollo the inside, and Dammer Win the outside. Radiance of Apollo collared by Dammer Win, and Dammer Win gets up to win it. Dammer Win narrowly from Radiance of Apollo. They straighted Thunder Time, who ran third. Dervish fourth, Admiral Robinson fifth, followed by Baby Burn, Kalasi, and the late scratching refusing to go into the stalls. Number 8 Fleecing out at 11.56 Eastern. Well, number 6, Dammer Win, has been able to score here. Jamie Innes, isn't Jamie riding well? And riding for Jack Denham here, and owners Jeff and Beryl White. Number 6 has paid $6.10 and $1.50. Second placing going to Radiance of Apollo. Number 2, ridden by Darren Beedman. It will pay $1.10. And waiting on the third number to come to hand, it will be number 5, Thunder Time, ridden by Mitch Newman. And the tote for it, there will be a third dividend, 5 Thunder Time at $1.60. The winner by Danehill from Orweena, beautifully bred. She's a vain mare, Orweena, bred by the Whites, of course, and James Innes. You don't see Jamie riding for Jack Denham very often, but we've seen him lately riding for Bart Cummings, and again a classic case of a good quality rider, only needs the cattle to throw his leg over, and he can do the rest. It's
okay, good on you, Ian. Thank you. 625, race 1, Rosehill Gardens. Okay, now race 5, Masonry. Number
once again, as we get ready for this first, favourite is Tansman. He's been impressive in what he's done over the jumps in his 2 hurdle starts so far, and he's sent out the popular one here. The operator's been a touch easy on track, still retaining second favouritism, and then Super Crest. Yeah, the operator moves in. Sir Richie is ready. Here's Noble John coming up. Track rating heavy, 5.13 the penetrometer reading, and the rail out 4.5 metres today. And we need just Super Crest to move in, and we'll have them right to go. Super Crest will take the outside barrier. Right, I thank you, John, as we get ready for the first. Tansman, the clear favourite, easing second pick is the operator. Super Crest is third elect, and they're all in set to run. Super Crest lined in on the outside, field of 7 in the first, and they're away and racing, and the operator began a little awkwardly, about 3 from the outside towards the middle of the field, and one of the first out is Sir Richie. What a Mess began fast over near the inside and left that first one just in front. Camargo's in behind them early, and Tansman settling down about 4th or 5th in the yellow colours. Here's the second hurdle in the race now, and What a Mess clipping over it by about a length and a half. Camargo in second placing, and then Sir Richie. The operator moving up on the outside. Tansman third from last, behind him Noble John and Super Crest. Here's hurdle number 3. What a Mess with a nice leap over it in front of the operator. Camargo the inside. 2 lengths then to Tansman, getting up to 4th along the inside of Sir Richie. 2 lengths behind these is Noble John, and last of all is Super Crest. Out of the straight now towards the 2100 metres, And the leader to the riverside is What a Mess. A length and a half clear. The operator's dropped onto the rails in second placing. 2 lengths Camargo Sir Richie. Noble John off and running round the outside. And then came Tansman, who now finds himself second last. And 2 lengths behind him is Super Crest. What a Mess sped away at the first on the riverside. And he opened up a nice lead at that point of the race. He's gone out by about 6 lengths, What a Mess, from the operator. And Noble John's about a neck away on the outside. Camargo in behind them. Tansman is improving his place on the outside now. He's up with the pack chasing this leader as they come to the hurdle near the 1700. Tansman jumping into second placing, in fact. Towards the tail now, Sir Richie, and Super Crest has been lobbing along at the back of the field all the way. They've passed the 1600 metres. Here's the third on the riverside coming up. And What a Mess made a mess of it too. He went right down on his nose. Tansman was lucky to escape, but he was on the inside of him, and What a Mess ducked out. And by the 1400, What a Mess by a length and a half, trying to balance up again from Tansman. Noble John third. The operator's a length and a half or 2 away in fourth placing as they go to this one. Then Camargo, followed by Sir Richie, and a couple of lengths to Super Crest by the 1200. What a Mess tracking off the rail. Tansman through and he's inside. Put in a much better leap too, Tansman, than What a Mess, and he's taken over the running now. 3 lengths Noble John, another 3 lengths to the operator as they go past the 1000. Camargo pulling out wider, and then Super Crest starting his run with Sir Richie dropping out to last. At the third last one, Tansman took off early, but he put in a big enough leap to get over it. It's Tansman by a couple. What a Mess second at the 800. Camargo getting to third, followed by the operator. Being pushed along a little down on the inside. Super Crest is picking up ground as the field starts to pack. Noble John second last, and Sir Richie. Tansman at the 600, coming around the home turn, and the favourite on top with 2 to get over. Led What a Mess, Camargo, Super Crest coming the widest with its run as they enter the straight now. At the 500 metres, it's Tansman by 2 lengths, Camargo, Super Crest, What a Mess the inside, and then the operator. Tansman at the second last, a lovely leap that time. He lands by 3, Camargo. Then came on the outside Super Crest. The operator's not in the hunt. Tansman at the last, at it. He's jumped at one reasonably, dragged his hind legs through, but he's 2.5, Camargo battling strongly, and then Super Crest. Tansman at the 100, a length and a half in front. Camargo trying hard. Tansman still holds him out though, and Tansman will win again. Tansman a good hurdler in the making by 1 3/4 Camargo. Super Crest is third. Then there's a long break in the field behind these to What a Mess, followed by Sir Richie. The operator dropped right out to finish second last, and last of all was Noble John. Tansman the winner, number 1, ridden by Willie Harnett. Second, number 3, Camargo, Craig Durden. And third, number 8, Super Crest, written by Brett Scott. There'll be no third dividend. 1, 3 and 8 in the Brian Smith hurdle. Well, he made a mistake and was still able to get away with victory this afternoon. It's the first time I've seen him put a foot wrong in the race in the 3 hurdle outings. He's a very, very good clean jumper normally. When you really study the videos of this fellow jumping, he can clear hurdles by 10 centimetres, so cleanly does he jump. He's a lovely big horse, and he's got a big future at the game, and the way he jumps suggests that we may see him even perhaps this day next year in the Grand National Steeplechase. He's going to make a fencer. The way he gets over these hurdles, he's a smart horse. He was too good. The operator, the horse.
White with the purple sash and the purple cap. Fuadi moves forward. And we're set now. Race number 2 is over the 1200 metres here at Rosehill Gardens. The starter is Dale Jeffs. And he presses the button. They're off, and they jumped as one. And at the end of 100 metres, Pastime quickly scooting through along the inside to lead. 3/4 to a half length on Kutamutu. A length and a half to Gamesman around Skador. A couple for Wadi and a length to Cosmic Rays. As they go to the 750, well, Pastime's left alone in front. And Grant Buckley can dictate terms to suit himself on the hot pot. It's Pastime about a length and a quarter on Kutamutu. 2 lengths Skador. Little over a length away next is Gamesman. A couple of lengths then to Fuadi and about 3 to Cosmic Rays. Pastime comes to the 600 marker, 3/4 of a length on Kutamutu. 2 lengths Skador, a similar margin to Gamesman, travelling on the outside of Fuadi at about 2.5 lengths to Cosmic Rays. Pastime quietly ridden on the corner, and as they straighten up, Pastime, Buckley shaking him up because Kutamutu threatens. Skador's running a nice race, and a length to Gamesman, Fuadi and Cosmic Rays. Well, Pastime's in trouble at the 200. Kutamutu and Skador Skidoo have got past the hot pot, and then Cosmic Rays, Kutamutu, Skidoo, and Cosmic Rays right down the outside. Skidoo hits the front. Cosmic Rays the big danger, and isn't he an improved horse? Cosmic Rays, he got up to win it. Cosmic Rays from Skidoo and Kutamutu, followed by Fawadi Gamesman, and yes, Pastime's Stone Motherless last. By geez, improved, and the master stroke by his trainer Clary Connors this campaign with Cosmic Rays was to get jockeys to ride him from back in the field, and he really relishes it. Number 4, Cosmic Rays, scratched from Gosford on Thursday to race here today, and on Tab Limited has paid $6.40 and $2.20. Cosmic Rays, number 4, has got up to win from Skidoo. Well, there was money in the ring to say he'd race well, Skidoo, and he has. He's gone under narrowly. He'll pay $4.40, and there'll be no third for number 1, Kutamutu. 4, 6, and 1 are the official placings, and the 4th went to number 3, and that was Fawadi. The winner is by Geiger Counter from Lovestruck. He is trained by Clary Connors for S and Mrs. R. MJ and MG Penner, Brian York.
Yep, Brian York aboard, and yet another winner for the Premier Jockey. Right, we're still waiting for Super Tab dividends to jump in. 4, 6, and 1. Right, now Flemington in 6, Twigum 490, 420 Grey Song, down to Oran number 7 at 750. Over the page to the other due in 10 minutes from now. Morford for race 2, Catlight 5.10, number 3 Let's Went, $2.20, 7 Win Them All, $9.60, number 7, and to go down to Lady Glen Lee, number 15 is at $9.90 for the Riverton Handicap race 2 at Morford Full. Flemington is the race coming up as we take you to Greg Miles.
Okay, Graham, favourite is Grey Song at $4.20. This fellow, they were talking about the Victoria Derby after he won at Caulfield last time out. That was at 1,600. He's back to 1,400 today. So that just might be his little test. Grey Song coming up into the line in company with the Silver Baron. Minjara's about to get set. We have about 5 to move up into the gates. Slight delay. Oran's been replated, is he? I see the jockey's back on. Racing. Zarek a touch slow. Oran dropped back towards the tail, and Grey Song was second last out. Fine and Dapper led narrowly. Silver Baron drives up with El Biro as they settle down. Pompous Ladders there with Platilla and Zarek. Past the 1,200 metres now, and it's Silver Baron narrowly. Moving up is Platilla on the outside to join and head him now. El Biro third, but getting his head up and over racing. Zarek on the rail holding fourth, and Pompous Ladder handy fifth. 1.5 further back in the field. Minjara the inside from Fine and Dapper, who's drifted back to be about sixth on the outside. A length to Twiggham and My Queen. Grey Song on the inside, and then Danestorm. And 2 lengths away in the field, Hawaiian Eye and Orin at the 700 nearing the turn, and Platilla narrowly from Silver Baron and El Biro. A length and a half Zarek, who's been capped right behind them all the way in the black and yellow. Fine and Dapper is improving from Pompous Lad, Twiggham, Minjara the rail. Then Danestorm, followed by Grey Song on the rail. It's a fair way back with My Queen and Orin and Hawaiian Eye the last couple as they enter the straight. And Platilla the leader from Silver Baron. El Biro wider out. Zarek just behind them. Grey Song is making some ground. Minjara the rail. And back behind them, Fine and Dapper coming down the outside at the 200. And Zarek, after a beautiful run, sprints hard and takes the lead. Silver Baron trying to rally, and Grey Song is coming home hard with Fine and Dapper. Grey Song's raced up at the 100, taken the lead, comes away. Fine and Dapper tries to go with him. Grey Song too good, beats the wreck by almost a length. Fine and Dapper ahead away third. Then Silver Baron followed back behind them in the race by Hawaiian Eye and Danestorm, and then El Biro. Further back in the field to finish was My Queen, and they were trailed then by Platilla. And then Pompous Lad, Twiggham. Orin never came into it, and Minjara dropped out to run last. He did that in good style. Number 2, Grey Song, ridden by Brad Rewitter, trained by Tommy Hughes. Settled well back in the field. He's made a run through the field, and at the end he looked very, very good. Number 2, Grey Song, Brad Rewitter, Tommy Hughes first. Photo for the second placing's gone to Zarek, number 5, and third, number 4, Fine and Dapper. 2, 5 and 4. Well, there's no fluke about his win at his last start. That was a fine effort. They've been talking Victoria Derby for this horse, and well, he certainly doing what you'd want him to be doing at this time of the year, if that's going to be his eventual aim.
Good on you, Greg. Thanks. 2, 5 and 4. Great song. Another good interview with Brad Rawilla earlier on. Now, let's take you back to Rosehill Gardens. And
Claxon, number 4, out at 108. Starter on the stand. 1200 is the journey. No, La Willow's become edgy. Up on the hind legs, and Jamie Innes out of the saddle. Might have spoken too soon, did we, with La Willow? He's back aboard. Stalls rock. Starter still on the stand. And Acapulco Storm's gone off. Goodness me. They're off. And Veloci missed it by a length, and Curta here slow to go, and Secret Decree jump best. Going up quickly is La Willow with Miss Doopsy, and then Isla Christina. Acapulco Storm followed closely by No Limit cutting. A length of Mola, and then comes Veloci, followed by Winona back second last. And Curta here is last. Claxon the late scratching. York has Secret Decree a clear leader. And down to the 700, Secret Decree more than a length on Miss Doopsy. La Willow the rails third. Then Acapulco Storm, Isla Christina cutting. No Limit Veloci. Out off the track is a Mola, 2 lengths, Winona, and a half length to Curta here. This is the order past the 600, and Secret Decree shows out. Miss Doopsy running second from Acapulco Storm. La Willow fourth on the inside, and then Isla Christina cutting, followed by No Limit and a length to a Mola as they set sail for the judge, and York goes for home on Secret Decree, and the Gary Portelli trained horse kicked away. 2 lengths now, Miss Doopsy. Acapulco Storm in third position, followed by La Willow, but it's Secret Decree doing it pretty well. 150 to go. A length and a half on Miss Doopsy, and here's No Limit starting to come home well. Secret Decree is tiring. No Limit is bridging the gap, and No Limit got up to beat Secret Decree with Acapulco Storm third. And then came Miss Doopsy, Isla Christina, Ramola, Curta here, followed by Veloci, and then came Winona, who finished out under the arches from cutting. La Willow dropped right out of it, and the late scratching at 108 was number 4, Claxon.
well, No Limit, the winner, number 6, getting up in the last bound or 2 to win. Geez, looks as though Secret Decree is going to bolt in the way it travelled. Brad Pengelly aboard. Well done, Brad, for Mrs. Smith. Second is Secret Decree, 240, and it's close for third. Maybe Acapulco Storm. We'll check that. Right, after all that, let's get the last word.
Racing. Rain Gauge began well with Little Dozer in the middle of the line, and Juggernaut got away fast. There's only 3 coming to the grandstand, and they're headed out there with Flying Ed, and heading them off in the early part is Thunder Down Under, finding the lead on the outside, and Pat the Horse, the other one, coming grandstand side. As they went to the 900 metres now, and on the flat, it's End Zone working up to go to the lead in company with Juggernaut. Romantic Sea right behind them, closely being followed by Paulus. And on their outside, handy to them, Panorama Heights, and they're trailed by Little Dozer. Arwell in behind them, followed by Pindari Gold. Rain Gauge is second last of that division, and Thong Classic whipped the field in down on the flat side. On the grandstand, Thunder Down Under being joined at the 400 metres by Flying Ed and Pat the Horse. On the other side now, and it's End Zone moving up to Juggernaut. Romantic Sea trying for the rails, and wider out Panorama Heights is coming with a good run. Parler's trying to go with it, and then came Arwell, followed by Little Dozer. Thunder Down Under well clear on the grandstand side of the course, has that division beaten. Over on the other side, and there's a wall of horses fighting out the finish with Romantic Sea getting up along the inside. Thong Classic is flashing down the middle of the track. They hit the line, and it's Romantic Sea on the inside and Thong Classic in the middle of the course. They're the 2 that have hit it together here, and it's close for third. Up there too is End Zone in company with Parlows, who battled on well, and Thunder Down Under's probably not far away from them over on the grandstand side of the course. Juggernaut was next in the field, closely followed by Panorama Heights. Arwell, Rain Gauge never came into it, and they were trailed by a Little Dozer, and then Pat the Horse, Pindari Gold, and Flying Ed was struggling down the grandstand rail. Stand by for numbers here. It's a close finish. Thong Classic has come home from last, and on the inside, Romantic Sea. It's a photo finish principally between that pair, and the judge needing the camera to sort it out after race number 3. Well, it's come with a dazzling run, Thong Classic. Whether it's got there or not, I'm not sure. Yeah, it has. Number 2's got it, Thong Classic, Reese McLeod. It's come from last. up the middle of the course to take out the prize. Number 2, Thong Classic, Reese McLeod first. Second placing, number 6, Romantic Sea, Brian Johns. And it was anyone's guess for third. There was a battle with about 3 or 4 of them in a close go. Parlors was there, and Zone, and Thunder Down Under is in the mix on the grandstand side as well. Third number yet to come, 2, 6, and the third to come.
Righto, thanks, Greg. Ooh, that was a go and a half, wasn't it? Race 3 at Flemington. Now 4 has got third, End Zone. Number 4, End Zone, has got third. 2, 6, and 4. And young Reese McLeod continues on his winning way, doesn't he? For Thong Classic.
1984 Golden Slipper, because Corey Brown riding in the black, yellow sash and sleeves, the colours that Darren Beedman as an apprentice wore to boot, inspired home for Theo Green, his master, in that memorable 1984 slipper. Okay, they're all set, ready to run. This is race number 4 from the Gardens, and they're off this time, and Buena Vista came out hopelessly, and Reef King left best. Alloy jumped nicely, and going up quickly is the Wagamere 4 Granted, looking for the lead, and Blazes right with a firing line too. Over on the inside, Boston from Diamond. Alloy's drifting back, is caught very wide, and his midfield now from Romany Gypsy. Age and Win, Bystander, Banaba, and Buena Vista after a hopeless beginning is last. Down the side they travel, and 4 Granted and Reef King going stride for stride. Reef King's got the nose in front, a length the Blazer. Boston 4th on the inside, and Alloy is 5th wider out, followed by Diamond. A length further off is Bystander, Age and Win, Romany Gypsy, Banaba, and forget about Buena Vista to the home corner at the 500, and 4 Granted just the leader, about a neck on Reef King. A length away third is Boston, plenty of room for her on the inside, and Blazer is 4th and 2 lengths to Alloy. A length Diamond, Seymour going to the outside, and Bystander heads the others. Reef King and 4 Granted having a great duel here at the 200 marker. A length on Boston. Blazer having trouble securing a good run, and Alloy starting to unwind with Diamond. They'll battle it out, Alloy and Diamond. It's Alloy ahead in front. Diamond is bridging the gap, but no, Alloy I reckon, a nostril Diamond. Third is a photo, Reef King and Boston, followed home by Banaba, 4 Granted, Blazer, and then came Bystander, Age and Win. Good margin off next on the run was Romany Gypsy, and Buena Vista, who missed the kick, has finished at the tail of the field. Stand by for placings after the 4th event of the day. And 4 Alloy and 6 Diamond went across the line locked together, and from where I stood here, it looked like the inside horse might have had enough in hand. We'll have a look at this long shot, the replay indicating as the line has been reached, oh, there won't be much in it. It looked like Alloy. I'm working from a new angle here. I'm just having a look at the free shot. It looks like Alloy there too, and it is Alloy number 4. Yes, I'm working from a position that John used to work at for many, many years, and it just takes a little while to get used to. My posse prior to the last few weeks was past the post. I'm now before the post, and at times here at the Gardens with a proliferation of close finishes, which is great for racing, but for broadcasters, I now know why I'm losing here at the rate of knots. 4, 6 and 7. Alloy the winner, 420 and 170. Number 6 is second, Diamond, to 190, and third going to number 7, Reef King, has paid $3.60. Number 5, Boston, ran 4th. Yes, okay, all right, thanks Ian. And those inspired colours, as Ian said, that inspired won the Golden Slipper.
Up into the gates, Michael Patton placed 5 times without a win on board. Stacey Jones joined them. The gates are back and they're underway in the Grand National Steeplechase, and last year's winner, Leading Bounty, was the first to begin. St Stephen, Down to Zero and Worthy Knight are all up there in the early part, and here's the first of 22 as they leap it. In behind them, Kingston Campbell, Stacey Jones, Corker's Boy and Big Zappers at the tail of the field. The 8 runners heading out towards the second fence, and St Stephen goes to the lead now. Over the second jump with a lovely leap leap. He's out by 2.5 down to 0. Worthy Knight on the outside of Leading Bounty. 2 lengths further back is Kingston Campbell running 5th over on the inside as they go over the next fence. And then Stacey Jones, Corker's Boy and Big Zap lobbed along at the tail of the field. They're about to leave the course proper on the first circuit and head out for the Abbott Tours treble. And the leader is St Stephen by 3.5 lengths. Worthy Knight is second. About 2 lengths away is Down to Zero, holding down third. He's a lot handier today, Down to Zero. A neck away his outside is Stacey Jones. Then Leading Bounty, Kingston Campbell, Corker's Boy and Big Zap. Here's the first of the treble in the first circuit. St Stephen the leader. Lovely jump at the first of them. In second placing, Worthy Knight. On the outside, Stacey Jones. Down to Zero next at the middle of the treble. Followed 2 lengths away, Corker's Boy, Leading Bounty, Kingston Campbell, and last of all is Big Zap as they leap that last of the treble the first time round. And St Stephen on top. The victor at Oakbank is out by 4 lengths as he came up the side the first time. In second placing, Worthy Knight from Stacey Jones. 3 lengths Down to Zero in the yellow colours. Another 3 lengths to Corker's Boys. They come to the first of a double up the side. Big Zap next in company with Leading Bounty. And Kingston Campbell last of all as they go to the second of that double. Coming up the side now, and the leader still is St Stephen, left alone out in front for Brett Scott by 3 lengths. Worthy Knight in second placing. Stacey Jones is holding down third, the outsider. Break it Down to Zero as they leap this one. Then Leading Bounty and Corker's Boy together, and at the tail Big Zap and Kingston Campbell last of all. They swing out now to the outside of the course proper for the double. The stone wall followed by the brick wall, and St Stephen is the leader coming out to the first of the double. St Stephen in front of Stacey Jones. The Kiwis are 1-2 at this. Just behind them is Worthy Knight. Down to Zero is lying fourth and 3 lengths away. Leading Bounty. Corker's Boys being given plenty of time to settle down as they go to this fence. And he's back at the tail end in company with Big Zap and Kingston Campbell. So they have a little breather from the jumps. They don't jump another one until about the 1900 metre mark. And the leader is St Stephen. He's been in front from the word go. Stacey Jones chases him. Worthy Knight held third. Down to Zero, his stablemate is fourth. Big Zap moving up on the outside of Leading Bounty. Then Kingston Campbell. The favourite Corker's Boy is last of all. Out to the 2200. They've jumped 11. There's 11 fences in front of them. Out to do it all again, St Stephen. Out by 2.5. Stacey Jones patiently chasing him. Worthy Knight third. Down to Zero fourth. Big Zap on the outside. 1.5 lengths. Leading Bounty. Corker's Boy sticking close to the inside and Kingston Campbell. There's been little change from the time they settled. Here's the next fence coming up now. Fence number 12 in the race. And St Stephen by 3. Stacey Jones second. In behind them in third placing Down to Zero and Worthy Knight. Corker's Boy getting up inside them. Then Leading Bounty, Big Zap and Kingston Campbell. Here's the next fence on the riverside. St Stephen just quickening the tempo a little. Out by 3. Stacey Jones. Down to Zero, Worthy Knight. Leading Bounty fifth from Big Zap, Corker's Boy, Kingston Campbell as they leap that next fence. And Kingston Campbell all but fell. He made a shocking mess of it and he's dropped out 6 lengths behind the second last horse, which is Corker's Boy. Now they race out near the 1400. They're about to head out for the treble again. And St Stephen by 2.5. Stacey Jones Down to Zero third. 1.5 lengths. Leading Bounty is up in fourth placing. Big Zap is next. They ran the Quinella last year. They're running fourth and fifth as they go to the treble. A break of 4 lengths away then Worthy Knight feeling the pinch a bit. Corker's Boys a long way back as they jump the first of the treble, and Kingston Campbell jumped that one badly at the middle of the treble, and St Stephen over it in front as he comes to the last of the treble. Stacey Jones is chasing him everywhere. Down to Zero in third placing, and then Leading Bounty. 2 lengths to Big Zap, 4 lengths to Corker's Boy. He's going to need a big finish. Back behind them Worthy Knight, and I think Kingston Campbell will be pulled out of the race. They've got 5 to jump now. Here's the 5th last one coming up. St Stephen from Stacey Jones. Down to Zero. Leading Bounty is right there and he's coming home as they jump the next fence. They've got right away this quartet. They're 6 or 8 lengths in front from Corker's Boy. Then Big Zap, a long break to Worthy Knight, and Kingston Campbell's been pulled out. 3 to get over. The New Zealanders are together. It's Stacey Jones going up on the outside of St Stephen, but Leading Bounty is threatening right behind them, and they've kicked away 3 lengths Down to Zero, 5 lengths to Corker's Boy, Big Zap and Worthy Knight. 2 to get over. Stacey Jones the leader. Last year's winner Leading Bounty trying hard. St Stephen's run his race and Down to Zero. Stacey Jones at the stone wall. He dipped on his nose and St Stephen fell behind him. Leading Bounty's chasing the leader. Here's the last fence now, and Leading Bounty over it in front of Stacey